What does Algorand have to do with Ripple? Well, you may be surprised to learn that Algorand and Ripple are actually very tight knit when they are working together as partners. We're going to show you how their token ALGO and the token XRP are working hand in hand on the XRP Ledger with partnerships like Wormhole, Archex, and DeckRec Alliance. So if you don't know anything about Algorand, here is a crash course on Algorand. And if you are familiar with Algorand, here's how they're tied to Ripple XRP. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so if you're new to Algorand, here's a quick crash course as to who Algorand is. Then we're going to dive into their connections with Ripple and XRP and the XRP Ledger. But a quick top line of Algorand, what they're solving. Here's a quick breakdown right here on your screen. It says Algorand Technologies, our technology, technological breakthroughs, dislodge enriched beliefs. We keep going down. They're solving the blockchain trilemma. They're solving scalability, security, decentralization. So all this comes together when we talk about a multi-chain verse or a multi-chain ecosystem. As we've heard many times again and again, it's not going to be one project to solve them all. They are going to be working together. And Algorand is a fantastic project that shows exactly what they're talking about when we need to connect an XRP to the XRP ledger with Algorand and different native tokens. Algorand's going to be that middleman that helps make those transfers happen. Let me walk you through as to what I'm talking about. So right here, you've seen it in my previous video that came out yesterday, but here's a quick breakdown of the DeckRec Alliance. It says Ripple and XRP Labs join Hedera and Algorand ecosystems as founding members of DREC Alliance. And then it goes on to say that the DREC Alliance is a group of individuals and organizations committed to making the process of securing and recovering digital assets, accounts, passwords, and other secrets as simple as existing Web2 experiences, said Dr. Baird, which he is the founder creator of Hedera. We encourage every blockchain and every industry to work together to create the standards and the open source code needed to bring safety to the promise of Web3 without the complexity. So right there, you're seeing Dr. Leeming Baird talking about how we have to all work together. So if our project goes down on this other person's project, we can recover passwords and security, etc. So nobody's locked out of the system. And again, this is massive when we're talking about institutional adoption, because no institution is going to want to lose millions of their dollars or tokens due to being locked out of the system and due to being losing their tokens, as you may have done yourself if you're trying to switch things from your ledger, from your treasure. Things can happen. You can get locked out fairly quick, and the institutions don't want to do that. But now let's talk about their connection with Archex. We already know that Ripple XRP has the connection with Archex as well, being more of a bridge between the two for Ethereum and Ripple. Now let's look at the Algorand connection with it. So we have right here from Ginfinity, and this was on December 10th of 2024, so it is older, but sometimes we have to look in the past to read the future. And it's very fascinating once we do that, because they have told us all this information in the past. We just have to go back and now put all the pieces together. So let's keep doing that. It says, Archex tokenizes real-world assets on Hedera, XDC, XRPL, Algorand, and more. I will say, if you don't know about XDC yet, that is a project super cheap. You still can get in for. Maybe I'll do a video about it. If you want to know more about XDC and you're liking these deeper dives on these more obscure tokens like SHX, ZBCN, Algorand, and now XDC, let me know and I might do a video on XDC if I get enough people saying they want to see that. But let's read more on about the Archex tokenization Algorand. So it says that Algorand in June 2024, Archex collaborated with Algorand Foundation and Quantos Payments to tokenize ABRDN's 3.8 billion euro money market fund on the Algorand blockchain. This partnership utilized Quantos EuroD electronic money token to enable efficient and secure transactions, leveraging Algorand's native no-code atomic settlement for instant execution of independent transactions. This collaboration demonstrated the potential of combining tokenized assets with on-chain digital money, showcasing the feasibility of conducting end-to-end investment and cash settlement processes entirely on-chain. It marked a significant step toward integrating traditional finance products into blockchain ecosystems, providing investors with improved transparency and efficiency. So right here, you are seeing that Archex is teaming up with Algorand. Algorand, Archex, XRP Ledger, all are tied in together. This is amazing when you start looking at these projects and trying to figure out who's going to be the winner of Web3. This is a clue right here. So if you want to learn more about Algorand and their price, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap and check it out right quick. So as of today, we do have Algorand at 17 cents with the last 24-hour volume of $101.21 million, which is huge. Market cap of $1.56 billion, fully diluted of $1.77 billion, total of $10 billion Algorand, with only $8.81 billion Algorand in circulation as of right now. And you look on the screen, you do see the 1-day chart, as you see, extremely volatile. 7-day, going to be even more volatile. The 1 month, extremely volatile, of course, because we know what's going on with the crypto market. But that 1 year, we are seeing some healthy movement with this. So don't be worried or don't get shaken out when you look at Algorand. If you want to find where you can find Algorand at, you can just scroll down right here on CoinMarketCap under markets. You can see Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, Upbit, OKX, etc. It keeps on going. Whatever platform you're using, Algorand is essentially on that platform, that exchange. So if you are looking at Algorand, I highly suggest you take a look at them and do your research on them, because they are doing more than what I'm just covering in this video. If more people like this Algorand video, I will do a more deeper dive as far as the technology side and get more into it. If that's what you want, you let me know down in the comments. But let's keep going. This is from Algorand as well. And this is where we talk about their partnership with Wormhole. So it says Algorand Foundation announces launch of Wormhole native token transfers, enabling multi-chain interoperability for Algorand. This is of July 1st, 2025. It says integration of Wormhole's NTT standard led by Folks Finance unlocks seamless cross-chain token transfer and sets the stage for Algorand's next phase of multi-chains growth. Let's keep rolling down. You'll see more about it. It says key benefits of the NTT integration. Algorand developers can mint NTT-based tokens using existing standards and tools, opening new pathways for multi-chain liquidity, cross-ecosystem user flows. Retail users will be able to move assets directly between Algorand and other NTT-enabled chains through familiar interfaces, simplifying access to liquidity and expanding use cases for Algorand-based applications. Token issuers from other ecosystems can now deploy their assets natively on Algorand, unlocking new users, liquidity pool, and DeFi protocols without needing wrap or mirror tokens. And the NTT just simply stands for native token transfers. So if you wonder what NTT is, they're just going to make it easier for people to switch tokens back and forth, very much like a bridge, very much like what Archex does. And now you'll see that partnership with Wormhole, which we saw Ripple has that partnership with Wormhole as well. So this is all coming together very nicely. You have the Redec alliance with Ripple, Algorand, with Hedera, with Cardano, now with, like I said, Algorand's a part of that. Then you have Wormhole connections with ALGO and Ripple. And then you have Archex connections with Ripple and ALGO through Archex. Now let's keep going and put the other piece together, which is now the CTO for Algorand, which again, I spoke about in my last video. Let's go into more about it. It says, this is from TradingView. A major XRP Ledger dev joins Algorand Ripple CTO speaks out. After years as one of the main engineers behind the XRP Ledger, Nick is now officially the chief technology officer at the Algorand Foundation. This announcement closed the chapter on a long guessing game about where he would land after leaving Ripple in 2022. So long story short, you now have the CTO of Algorand coming from Ripple, working on the XRP Ledger directly. He was responsible for developing NFTs. So you'll see that Ripple, Algorand are very tight knit together. It is a piece of the puzzle that Ripple has been missing to expand and become more of that bridge currency, that bridge token we've been talking about. They're not doing it by themselves. And this is the piece people are missing. They're not doing it by themselves. They're doing this through all these different partnerships. That is why Ripple is much bigger than what people think it is. And Algorand is going to be one of those big players. And at 17 cents right now, you can get in super cheap. That's not financial advice. That's just something for you to go educate yourself on and see if that is a good investment for you. So that's it for this video. But I do want to say, anybody that has subscribed, liked my videos, commented, I can't thank you enough. I'm creeping on that 3,000 subscribers, which is mind-blowing to me. Who knew that I would make it this far with your help? I really do appreciate it. We're going for that 5,000. I'm just a guy on the internet that has really bad dyslexia. So I'm out here trying to read things that I am not a strong reader. So if you're putting up with my reading abilities as I stumble through these articles, thank you very much. It is something I'm working on to get more clear on, but this dyslexia does screw me up here and there. Anyways, enough about me. Thank you again for everything you guys have done for the channel, hanging around so long. It's much appreciated. That's all I got for you guys. But as always, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, and become the change you want to see. I'll see you on the next one.